Okay, hello everyone. My name is Christian Sasse. I host this channel SassePhoto. I'm just making sure you can hear me. We're going to have a really exciting show today. So it's just getting better every week. I mean, last week we had Carla Bloom from the Owl Center, and this time we're going to see the Soarin'Hawk from Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's going to be very exciting, so I'm just making sure you can all hear me. I'll wait for some feedback. And coming through loud and clear. Thank you, Jackie. I can read that. So I just wanted to greet everyone here. I can see Jackie. Of course, I can see Jenny, Susie. Let's see who else is there. Wobbies. Just go down the screen. So everyone just say, yeah, right on top. I can see Candy, 7XXX. That's very good. So anyway, we're going to start very soon in just over 1 minute. Good evening, Beach Girl. Okay, Maxine is there. Now everybody's coming in. Excellent. Good. More and more coming in. Okay, so I'll go back on silent and I'll see you in 1 minute. Oh, sorry. I had it on silent. Okay, I lost sound. Come in again. I beg your pardon. I'll say it again. I forgot to put my microphone up, so I'm back. So let me just quickly jump right to the main screen. Okay, sorry about that. Forget to switch my microphone on. I just saw that. So I wanted to wish you a wonderful Friday. I can see you all coming in, Lady Hawk. And so thank you for being with us. And we have an exciting show. We saw Carla Bloom last week, which was absolutely marvelous, the interaction that you had with her. So I think it will get better every week. And do come and join, because it's all about live interaction and education of raptors. So before we jump in to Fort Wayne, Indiana, to the Soarin'Hawk a rehab center, let's go quickly to some news that Lady Hawk brought in. So I'm just going to get out of the way here. And this is maybe a little bit disturbing to some of you, but that's the way nature works. It's a gull. I've never seen this before. A gull taking actually a young peregrine falcon from a nest just happened today. So this is the advantage of having live cameras. So let me just jump to the part where, so at this stage, obviously the parent is still in the nest. Just going to switch the sound off here, at least from my side. Well, just watch what happens in the next minute. So you can see the two young chicks there. I'm just going to jump a little bit ahead to about here, yeah. So this can happen so quickly. By the way, this is where the Institute of Wildlife Studies is. You can see a shadow coming in. And this is absolutely, I mean, you may say this is shocking, but that's the way nature works. So you saw it took one of the youngs out, and then mama comes back, or one of the parents come back. Let me just go a little bit forward. Yeah, there you go, there you go. And that happens so quickly. That happens just so quickly. Lady Hawk also remarked that only, I don't remember, it was less than 40% make it. We know the same from eagles. I mean, until they reach the age of 3 or 4, it's actually very few that make it. It's about 25%. Anyway, thank you very much for that shock, that a little bit alarming footage. But I did want to share that with you because you know, this is how we learn more and more about nature. And so I'm just going to, let me just get the backstream up. So I'm going to jump straight in now. Before I do that, let me just show you the web page. 1 second. I wanted to quickly show you the web page where they are. Let's just go up here, get out of there. And so we are now going to this is the Soarin'Hawk Raptor Rehabilitation Center, a very lively and vibrant website, as you can see as you come in to the website. And what I find very interesting is to see and read their annual report. So the annual report is from 2016, very well written. And if you scroll down, you'll get a lot of information and statistics. You'll find out from all the raptors they have that the main portion species encountered during rescues is the red-tailed hawk. Doesn't come as a surprise. I'm sure they can comment more on that. And if you scroll down further, this is always interesting, the financials. I'm just going to expand that a little bit. So you can see, first of all, how are they financed? Many would believe that it's the government. It's not the government at all. They receive no federal or state funds. They are mainly, you can see over 50% is coming in from donations and adoptions. And then educational programs. So they're very strong, obviously, on the oh, sorry, I'm still in front. I'm just seeing that I'm covering myself. I beg your pardon. Hang on. Thank you. Wait a sec. Let me just get this out of the way here. I got my screens a bit mixed up here. That was not good. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. So what you see here is that the main portion of the funding comes in through donation and adoptions and educational programs where they're very strong. And you can also see here where their main expenses go. It's food and rehab, obviously, where a lot goes in. And I'm sure they can comment a lot more on that. So it's a beautiful page. Because I just didn't show you the page, but I'm just going to jump back here. So that's their main web page. Beautifully done, very vibrant. And I'm going to jump in now live to have them join me. So let's see, let's go back. So now we're live. So we're live now with the Soarin'Hawk Raptor Rehab Center. How are you? Good evening. Okay, you're live now. Okay, I'm not sure what they're listening to. They're maybe not listening to the live stream. But Mike, yeah, okay, maybe we have a little bit of lag here, but it's okay. So is Mike around? Mike, there you are. Okay, very good. Mike, say hi to everyone. This is the Vice President.
Can you see me?
Yes, I can. Mike, I think what you're doing is you're listening to the broadcast, which has a lag of 40 seconds. Okay, that's the problem.
Do we know how to solve that?
The only way to solve it is what we had before, is when you give the direct mic, you know, the microphone that we had before when I was talking directly to you, because that gets directly into the stream and not in the lag, right? The only way to solve it is what we had before, is when you give the direct mic, you know, the microphone that we had before when I was talking directly to you, because that gets directly into the stream and not in the lag, right?
Okay.
Mike, I don't know what happened, but before I had a direct link to you. I'm not sure how we're going to get that back. Yeah, sorry about that. We're just having some small technical problem, but we'll solve it. Yeah, we need the direct mic and not the replay mic.
I don't know either.
Hi, Mike, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you. That's fine.
All right. So I don't know what's changed. I'm going to just close.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Now it's perfect. Now we have a direct link. That's great. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
Okay, got it. Got it. Okay. Just make sure that there is no echo from the stream which comes back into... Sorry, we have to solve some technical problems here.
We've got the same problem. It drops into a 40-second delay.
Right. Okay. Okay, I'll just keep on talking so you hear me.
Yeah, I've got the screen.
Can you hear me?
It's just hugely slow. I don't know what's going on. I can hear you.
Okay, very good. Can you hear me? But you need to hear my direct, you know, the direct microphone that we had before, and not the 40-second delay one that everybody else is hearing.
Oh, well, I thought I had that.
Because if you hear me now, I can hear you. Okay, that's fine.
Hey, let me close the other. I'm going to close the repeater window.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to close this in case this is somehow.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's fine. It's fine, Mike. I can hear you. Okay, in the meantime, I'll just introduce. I can see Osprey Mama's there, Maxine is there, Christy's there. Thanks. Just hold on, please. Just be patient. I mean, that's what happens when we're live. It's not always easy, and audio is one of the most difficult things to solve. So just...
So I got rid of the repeater, but we had this huge lag on this thing, I think.
I don't have a lag bit. I can hear you directly, Mike.
All right, can you see us in real time?
I see you in real time. That's the important thing. And I see you in real time.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. Let's forget about the replay. Only I see you and I hear you in real time, so it's fine.
Okay, I'm just going to turn up the sound here a little bit so we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, just put it up. That's fine.
If we need to turn that down, you can. All right.
Okay, good.
But here we are.
We are there. Okay, sorry about that, everyone, but that audio is very tricky when you're live. Okay, so I'm going to start all over again. So we have Mike Dobbs there. Mike, thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you.
Well, thank you. This is a great opportunity.
It's wonderful. And tell us a little bit about the Soarin'Hawk Rehab Center.
Soarin'Hawk was founded 23 years ago by a couple of people with a couple of birds that needed rescue. And over the course of the last 20 years, we're now taking in 250 birds, and there's over 100 volunteers. So the operation has grown considerably. We're taking in 25 maybe different species. And like I said, there's birds coming in daily.
There's birds coming daily, and I saw a little bit about the funding. What I always find so amazing about so many raptor centers is the initiative, the drive you have with the volunteers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the history of most wildlife centers is that they are created. They're created by volunteers, some people that are passionate about saving wildlife, and because there is no state or federal funding for any of this kind of stuff, and so it's just volunteers donating their time. We've probably put in 12,000 hours of volunteer time last year with the folks we have. Over the course of time, we raised a little bit of money. We charge fees for education programs, and the public has been very, very generous with us, so we can keep our doors open.
Well, wonderful. Is that and next to you is that Mary, right? I hope I got the names correct.
Yes, that's right.
Very cool. Well, welcome to the program. And tell us a little bit about yourself and who are you holding there? Who's that little friendly guest there?
This is Homer, our American kestrel. He's a male, and you can tell that because of the blue coloring on his wings. He came to us back in 2011 with an injured wing. We don't know what happened. More than likely, probably a car strike.
So that's Homer, if I understand. Just speak up a little bit. That's if possible.
Yeah,
that's fine. Thank you.
His name is Homer.
Homer, that's right, Homer. Okay, so that's so how many rescue birds have you got?
We have 16 educational birds in our lineup.
16, my goodness.
So yeah, there's 16 education birds that live with us permanently, and at peak capacity during rescue, there's probably 60 birds on site. 60
birds. And I remember when I talked to you, Mike, yesterday, you were talking about the difficulty with space that you have and so on, and that you seem to be expanding. Is that right?
We've outgrown the facility probably 5 years ago. So we are hoping that this year we're acquiring a new site and we'll rebuild everything brand new and fresh. So yeah, we're very excited.
Wow, that's an incredible initiative, and so, well, let's get right to some questions. So I'm going to open everything to the audience. So it's going to run very similar to the way we did it last week. So you have the opportunity to ask lots of questions about raptors. Just to give a little bit of background, tell us a little bit about the main raptors that you rescue, what their differences are, the difference in species, their habits, also what the reasons are why they get injured. How is it through collision on the roads with hawks, for example? Is it lead poisoning? Is it fish hooks, which we've seen quite often, and so on and so on? It would be very interesting to hear what your experience is.
Let me switch you. I'll stand out and we'll bring Kat in, who's our vet tech, and she'll talk about all the kinds of injuries that we see.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
There we go, and live television.
Okay, you're live now. So, hang on, let me just get the names back here. Just 1 second. So that's Catherine. I'm talking to Catherine now. Yeah. Catherine Tate. So she's a registered veterinary technician. Welcome on the show. So, Catherine, tell us a little bit about the background. What type of injuries do the birds have? And it's just interesting to hear.
So typically the birds that come to us, more often than not, their injuries are hit by a car. A lot of times they are on the side of the road and they're eating roadkill and they will be hit by a car. So they'll have a broken wing or a broken leg. But we've seen other things, lead toxicosis we have seen. We also, right now, we actually have a barred owl that was caught in fishing line and had a hook around its wing as well. So there are other types of injuries, but typically they're hit by cars. And then this time of year, we get a lot of babies in. So if we have a really big windstorm, they'll knock the babies out of the nest and then they'll come to us.
Right. Here I can see some questions are coming in. 1 second. Oh, here's one from Osprey Mama. I can see. Why don't I see kestrels in Florida? Can you answer that? That's a good question. I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know why she wouldn't, because they are likely dispersed across North America, clear down to South America. So, but they do like to be out they can be urban, or you can find them out in farm areas on wires, like telephone wires, bobbing up and down looking for their prey. So I don't really know why she wouldn't see them, because they would be there.
Right. Yes, I can see some of the comments going in and saying that they have seen some in Florida, but it's probably all due to the observation. Do you have any idea? That's always an interesting question. Because the main rescued bird is the red-tailed hawk. How many red-tailed hawks do you estimate there are in North America?
Oh gosh. I wouldn't have any idea of knowing. I mean, they go as far as Alaska, clear down again to South America. So I really don't know the numbers that there are.
But that is the #1 bird that we take in the most of, red-tailed hawks. For example, last summer we had 14 in one pen because we had so many red-tailed hawks that came to us.
Right, right. And Maxine Wirth is asking, again about the kestrels, are they found in Arizona?
Sure.
Okay, that's a clear answer. Okay, just comment this time. We're keeping up with the questions. So just keep on pouring with the questions. Last week we were talking a lot about the great horned owl, which I found incredibly interesting. About the ability to hear, the eyesight, and so on from the different raptors. Can you just give us a little bit of overview of their senses of hearing, sight, and so how they compare to each other and what their behavioral differences are?
Well, they all have keen eyesight, be it an owl or a hawk. I'm trying to think. The other senses they're hearing, they all have large ears, especially the owls, in order to hear their prey, find their prey. The kestrel is an interesting bird because they can see in the ultraviolet spectrum. So rodents urinate constantly. So if Homer would be setting up on a wire looking for his meal, all he has to do is to look down, and urine fluoresces in ultraviolet light. And he would look at one end of the golden trail, and there might not be anything, and he goes the other way, and there's his dinner. He swoops down and lands on it, and there he has his supper.
Well, that's very interesting. I've heard that before. I mean, I know that bees have the same ability. So Granny 1962 is asking, why is his tail going up and down?
That's what they do. If you think about it, they're out on a wire in the wind. I don't know if you can see this, but as I would move my hand, it's for his balance, but his head stays completely still. And that's so that he can concentrate on his prey.
Yeah, I find that what you just said absolutely fascinating. You can clearly see the movement and the balance. And what I find so intriguing is the way they keep their heads still. From what I've heard is it has to do with the perception of vision, if I'm correct, because if they would move their heads, their brain would have to compute a lot more information. Whilst if they keep it completely stable, it's they can, as you say, they can concentrate on their prey and whatever goes around them much better.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so we get these nice creatures. So here comes a question number 4 from Margaret 59. I have heard that kestrel populations are declining in the USA. Do we know why?
That's true. I just read about that too. They said 50%. And I think that they are starting to study that. They think a lot of it might be habitat loss. I know here in Fort Wayne, we have a lot of development with new houses and stuff like that. And as we encroach on that, what was farmland, you know, you're losing a lot of their habitat. Also, these guys are cavity nesters. So they would nest in a hole like a wood. They can't make the hole themselves, but like an old woodpecker nest, they would use that. So if, you know, you go out into these areas and they remove a lot of that vegetation, a lot of those trees, you're taking away an area that they could nest and or hunt. So I found that fact pretty interesting. I didn't realize that myself until today.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. And the question number 5 from Maxine Wirth. How much does Homer weigh? And then I will just add the question, and how much does he actually eat in comparison to his weight?
He's only a few ounces. They range from like 3 ounces to maybe like 4.5 ounces. And he's usually fed like a couple of mice, but he shares his pen with a female kestrel. So they would probably eat an ounce a day.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the last part because it was, so it's probably?
A mouse a day.
Oh, a mouse a day keeps the doctor away. There we go. Okay,
right.
Got it. We got it. Thank you. Okay, I'll go on with the question. Thank you. So question number 6 from Kathy Santoro. Do they prefer areas where the wires are in the open instead of wooded?
I don't think it matters. They probably just find a spot where they know that there's a lot of activity. If you think about it, people throw trash out alongside the road, and that's going to attract the rodents. And the wire's like right above that. If you think about a ditch off the side of the road, so those little guys can just set up there on that wire and see all these mice just dining on whatever got thrown out of the window. So that's probably a good spot. But I'm sure also in the outside of the woods, like right at the beginning of the forest, they could probably find like a small snake. These guys would probably take a vole, a little shrew. So those type of animals might be there at the edge of the forest.
Very good. Now the questions are pouring. That's very good. Oh yeah, this is an interesting one. Homer is beautiful, says Terry Green. For your permanent residents, are they allowed to be paired with a mate?
Well, he actually shares his pen with a female, but the pens are not really conducive to mating. We have got some raptors that have laid eggs, but nothing that ever comes of it. They're not fertilized. So they really just don't have the setup that they need to actually have young.
Right, and what do they eat? Asked Maxine. I think we've covered that. Oh, here comes Susan North. Is there a lot of competition among the different hawks? Well, that's a great question. Maybe you can comment a bit about the food chain in the raptor world and so on.
Well, these guys would obviously hunt during the daytime, so you know they're not usually going to encounter an owl. They might encounter a barred owl who is diurnal. So anything bigger than him, he could possibly be a meal. So that's usually how the food chain works. The bigger the raptor, they just keep working down on the smaller animals.
Right, and I think that's Ruth coming in there, right? Ruth, who is that? Who are you holding there?
This is Stewie. Stewie is a red-shouldered hawk.
A red-shouldered hawk.
Yes.
So how common are red-shouldered hawks, and in which areas do we find them?
Here in the Fort Wayne area, they are not that common. Farther south in the States, in the Indianapolis area, they seem to have a lot more. They're more common in more woodland area rather than rural for the most part. They like to hunt the edge of the forest. They like to be near water. They like snakes, lizards, small birds, rodents. a larger prey than like what the kestrel would be able to handle. Small bunnies, things like that.
Right, and there's a question actually that goes back to Homer. That's from Proud Cat, Mama of Two. What is Homer's wingspan?
9 inches maybe total.
9 inches.
The wingtip.
Right, right. Okay. And Susan asks, yeah, are they bluish gray because they appear? So again, it's about Homer.
The males are bluish gray. The females are rusty brown and black. They don't have any of the blue gray on them. They're the only raptor where you can tell the difference by looking, whether they're male or female.
Right. Okay. Thank you. And Margaret 59 is asking, I have heard that insecticides, herbicides may be a part in the declining kestrel populations. Is that true?
That's true in kestrels and also in most raptors that eat rodents. If people are killing their food, then they have nothing to eat. And also if they're eating poisoned rodents or insects, that's going to poison them as well.
Right, and you remember Osprey Mama's first question of why she can't see any kestrels in Florida. So what she's doing now is she's being more specific and saying, so they probably don't live near the beach then, right? That's because that's where she lives, very close to the ocean.
That's right.
So there we go, Osprey Mama. That is the explanation, because she sees lots of ospreys, of course, but she doesn't see any kestrels. Good. Okay, and then question number 14 from Chaplain Chick. How many eggs do they normally lay and how long to pip?
Are you talking the kestrel or the red-shouldered?
I think, you know what, please answer both.
Well, I know the kestrel goes like between 3 and 7 eggs. And I'm not sure about the red-shouldered.
3 or 4 for the red shoulder.
Well, that's interesting. So 3 to 7 for the kestrel. That's incredible.
Yeah. And a lot of these guys will lay eggs. The number of eggs is based on how good the hunting is. So if the hunting is really good, where they've got their nest, they probably lay more eggs. If the hunting is not so good, then they probably might only lay 1 or 2 eggs.
Right, and how long do they take to pip?
29 days for the kestrel. Not sure about the red shoulder.
I think it's...
They're probably all about the same, at least 30 days.
Maybe in the 30s, and maybe 35 days, maybe.
Right, so that's similar to the red-tailed hawk, I think, at least from what I understand.
Yeah,
interesting.
They're very similar to the red tails.
Okay, thank you. So let's go on with the questions. Question number 15 comes from Kathy Santoro. For Homer, with red tails and barred owls nesting around me, maybe that's why I don't see them. Again, interesting, right? So is there so much competition of red tails and barred owls that that prevents any nesting or habitation from kestrels? I think that's what I think it's a statement, but it probably is a question.
And that's probably true, not just for the limit on how much prey is available, but the kestrel may be scared that he's going to be dinner for the red tail or the barred. So, he thinks, hey, I need to be somewhere where I feel safer. So.
And here's coming another question in about the red-shouldered hawk from Maxine. Where are these hawks found, the red-shouldered hawk? Because I think many viewers are not familiar at all with the red-shouldered hawk.
Their habitat is not nearly as great as the red-tailed hawk. They're a short migrator, so they will migrate from like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, down south, but only as far south as possibly like somewhere in Indiana. And many of them live here year-round. I'm not sure how far south their habitat is, I think they're found in most of the Midwest at least, but nowhere near the habitat of the red tails. I think when red-tailed hawks move in, the competition is so great. The red-shouldered hawks dwindle because they can't really compete. I have heard that years ago there used to be a lot more red-shouldered hawks here in this area, but since our red-tailed hawk population grew so much, the red-shouldered hawk population has dwindled here and they're not as common.
Interesting. Okay, thank you. And now a question from Pacific Northwest Kate. I just have to tell you something about Pacific Northwest. West Kate, she's a wonderful photographer, has been here live on my show, comes right from the area of Vancouver. And by the way, on Wednesday, last Wednesday, we showed an incredible video from her where she showed a great horned owl nesting in a tree, and you could see the chick there. Really wonderful for their contribution. Thank you. So here's her question. She says, what a wonder, what a beautiful hawk. We don't get them here in the Pacific Northwest. Are they related to red tails?
They're in the same broad family, but they are a different species. They're in the same overall family as the red tails. But I mean, they couldn't mate with them or anything. They are a separate species.
Okay, now comes the question. They're getting more and more specific now, so be prepared. Margaret 59 is asking, is the largest hawk a can't even say that word, a ferruginous hawk?
The largest hawk is a ferruginous hawk. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
Okay, the answer is yes. That's it. Good. Well, I'm warning you, the questions are going to get more and more difficult. Nicole now, Nicole who's organized this. How fast can the red-shouldered hawk and the kestrel fly when they're diving? I think what she's doing here is referring, of course, to the peregrine, as a standard. So how do they compare?
Peregrines fly from great heights, and they're the fastest bird on earth. The kestrels and the red-shoulders, they don't fly around at great heights looking for their prey. They perch, basically, and when they see something, they pounce, they go for it. So they don't build up great speeds. I don't think I've ever seen anything about the speeds of kestrels or red-shouldered hawks, because they hunt completely different than like a peregrine falcon.
Right. Okay. And now we're coming a little bit about the vocalization, which is really interesting. Pacific Northwest Kate asks again, does the red-shoulder have a similar scream called to the red-tailed hawk? So obviously she's very interested in this red-shouldered hawk, and so am I. How does the vocalization compare?
To the red-tailed hawk?
Yes, to the red-tailed hawk, yes.
It's much more frequent and shrill, and in normal cases, you would hear it from Stewie because he's very vocal. He's being very quiet right now, of course, but it's similar in feel to a red-tailed, but higher and quicker. Yeah, if you were to go on our website, the Soarin'Hawk Raptor Rehab website, we do have some of the calls of the birds on there.
Right, good. I just see a question here from Susan. Susan, it's been answered already, which is the largest hawk. We had that. That's a ferruginous hawk. We had that before. She says, I saw a really large hawk land in a tree and it was very large, mostly beige in color. So the question is I don't know what color the ferruginous, I don't even know how to pronounce it properly, hawk is. So maybe you can comment on that. I don't know what they look like, actually. I have no idea.
No, we don't have them here. I've never seen one.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for some more questions to come in. A question I always have, which is very interesting, is about their flying ability. I mean, just after they fed, can they actually take off, or are they too heavy to fly?
Usually they can take off after eating. It would have to be huge prey for them not to be able to take off after eating. And they don't usually eat on the ground. Often they will take their food up into a tree and take their time eating.
Right, Mary, and you've come up with another wonderful bird. Who is that?
This is Ruby, our red-tailed hawk.
Ah, Ruby. Beautiful name. And tell us a little bit about Ruby.
Well, Ruby is one of the only birds that we know an exact age on her. She came to us in 2006 from another rehabber from Warren, Indiana, and she came into him with an injured crop, which is approximately right here, and that required a few surgeries to get that fixed. And during that time, then we noticed that she had poor vision. In fact, Ruby can see far away, but not close up. So when we feed her, we actually lay her food right on her foot so that she can feel it and she knows that it's there. One of the reasons that we know her age, if Kat wants to, when she came to us, she had the juvenile all brown tail. No. So first year red tail will look like this. Then in year 2, they start to get in the red feathers, but they still have the brown feathers on the sides. And then at age 3, they've got the full red tail.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful example. Is that the same for male and female, exactly like that?
Yeah, yes. And so that's why we knew her age, because she came to us with that juvenile tail. So she will be 12 years old this year. But what makes Ruby even more special, if I can get her turned around, you can see she's got 2 white tail feathers.
Yes, now we can see that 2 white tail feathers, yes, yes.
And no matter how many times she is molted, she will always molt those white feathers in. So Native Americans love red-tailed hawks. They think they're kind of like a spirit animal. So we do a lot of powwows, educational programs for powwows during the summertime, and they always want Ruby because they think she's pretty special with those white tail feathers. It's kind of sacred like the white buffalo. So they always want Ruby.
Do you mind just showing those feathers again? Because that was exceptional. We've never seen that. Yeah, just show them again the first, second, and third year. Oh, yeah, also, yeah, there we see those white. We can definitely see that. But just show the samples that you had before from the first, second, and third year. That was really remarkable. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the first year tail.
Right, first year, okay.
And then this is the second year tail. So
oh, wow. What a difference.
The brown plus the red. And then this is the 3-year-old tail.
Oh my goodness.
So that's when they become sexually able to breed at 3 years old.
And when is it impossible for you to tell the age of a red-tailed hawk? From which age can you say, I don't know anymore? Like with eagles, we know that from 5, 6, it becomes nearly impossible to tell their age.
Right. When, we get a lot of these red tails in the course of the year. And basically, we just know if they're a juvenile or an adult. We do get some that have the 2-year-old tail, but not as often as you do with the 1-year-old or the adult. So
very good.
That's all
okay.
we can tell.
Okay, well, this is really interesting. So, my goodness, it's interesting. You are definitely bringing in the birds, and we're completely surprised, one after the next. So, that's wonderful. So, Proud Cat Mama of 2 is asking, is the red-shouldered hawk endangered?
It's a species of concern here in Indiana. It's not on an endangered list at this point. In Indiana, at least, and that's the only one I'm sure of. It is a species of concern as its habitat gets developed. It has less and less place to live.
Right. So you see that, and what is the for the red-shouldered hawk? What is when you do bring it in for rehab? What do you see the main reason for rehabilitation is? What is the main injury or cause for rehabilitation?
Most of the birds that we get in are hit by cars. Usually their injuries are wings or eye injuries. We see a lot of head injuries and wing primarily.
Terry Green's coming up with an incredibly fascinating question here. That's really what I like here. Look at this. He says, I see you are showing us birds of progressive sizes. Do all sizes typically have the same eyesight capabilities, or is it size dependent? What a great question. I certainly wouldn't have a clue. Maybe you do. Maybe you could say something to that.
I think their vision is equally strong, no matter how big they are. I was always told that raptors, if you had a guy sitting on a football field reading a newspaper, that we could see that there was a guy sitting there reading a newspaper, but that these guys could actually read the print on the newspaper. So I think all birds of prey have excellent eyesight.
And hawks, especially, I believe they see color, but owls, they don't see color, but they have to be able to see in the dark. So they have extreme vision, but it's made for sharpness of sight in darkness, and the hawks don't have that.
Right, okay. So any more questions coming in? Because if not, what we will do is we're going to throw the questions right back at you, at the audience, and what we will do is we'll start the quiz. So I'll just see if there are any more questions coming in, and if not, because I can't see any, you know what we'll do is, I think you've got some questions here, so what I would suggest is the following. I'm just going to switch the microphone and get this ready. Let me just see, get my... get the phone ready. So let me just do this 1 second. Let me just jump across here. Now this is blinking again. Unfortunately, I've never figured out this technical problem, but I'm just going to give you the call-in number. I'm just going to say again, it's 425-223-4960. That's 425-223-4960. I apologize for that blinking. That's the software error that I have not figured out. It just gets really exciting here, as you can see. It looks like one of these shows where you quickly have to dial in to win something, right? Okay. Anyway, let's see. So I'm going to just switch that irritating number off, 425-223-4960. And we're going to have some questions come in. I'm just going to switch my microphone to the other so I can take calls in. So, yeah, please, who is going to ask the question? Catherine, is it going to be you?
I have two questions, and then Mary has a question as well.
Okay, one at a time, please, one at a time. So let's do question number one. Catherine, please go ahead.
Okay, so my first question is, do you know how to tell the difference between a female and a male snowy owl?
Wow, that's a great question. So again, do you know how to tell the difference between a female and a male snowy owl? What a great question. Now, this is not an easy question. So go ahead. Who's going to dare answer that question? And we'll wait for you to call in now. So again, can you tell the difference between a male and a female snowy owl? What an interesting one. Wow. Let's see. So we're just going to wait a bit. Maybe nobody knows the answer. We'll see. Let's see if this is going to work here. There we go. Yeah. So we'll just wait. Okay. So again, I'm just going to throw in the number. So in case you don't see, it's 4. Oh, now it's not blinking anymore. For goodness sakes, they got it. 425-223-4960. So I'm going to leave the number blended in now. Oh, there's a lot of discussion going on in the, I can see in the forum here, there's a lot of discussion and there are questions coming in. So I don't know if anybody even knows the answer to this, but don't feel embarrassed, just, you can win something. So just, you know what, let's take the second question in anyway, whilst they're pondering over the first. So Catherine, Can you bombard with the second question?
Okay, so you introduced me. I am a registered veterinary technologist, and there's actually differences between...
Oh, here comes a call. 1 second. 1 second. Here comes a call. So just 1 second. I'm just going to answer this. Hopefully I can... Hello? Oh, wait, that didn't work again. Something went wrong. I'm going to try again. We'll try again. Hello?
Hey, Dr. Sasse, it's Osprey Mama.
Oh my goodness, I know exactly who you are. This is Osprey Mama, so you won't be able to hear. So I'm going to tell you what Osprey Mama was so excited about the Kestrel, and now I think she knows something.
I'm calling in about this. Yeah, well, I don't know a lot, but on the snowy owl question, I've always been told that, I don't know if it's the male or female, but one of them has more of a salt and pepperish kind of look. And that's how you can tell them apart. We don't have snowy owls in Florida, but that's
right.
What I've always been told.
Okay,
so I'm going to guess at that.
Okay, so Osprey Mama goes straight at it. No introduction. So she lives in Florida, by the way, and she's all about ospreys. I can just say that. But what she's saying here, and you won't be able to hear her on the other side, is that she's heard that one of them has a little bit, what was it, a salt and pepperish look?
Salt and pepper look.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yes, that's correct. Salt and pepperish look.
Salt and pepperish look about it, right? And
that's how you can tell the difference.
And that way you can tell the difference between a male and a female. Catherine, what do you say to that?
So that is partially correct.
Partially correct.
The gender, which one looks more salt and peppery or brown? But do you want me to answer that question?
No, but just tell us if it's correct. Don't answer it yet, because we'll keep it floating and get more people. But I mean, let's be very honest. Is the answer good enough or is it not good enough? You have to be very.
It's not good enough. I need
it's
to
not
know
good enough. Sorry, Osprey Mama. It's not good enough. You are on the right track.
Well, that's the way I've always been told to tell the difference, and I've never one in person here in Florida, but I'm good. Okay.
But listen, it's great, Osprey. It's wonderful that you called in. She says that's what she's been told, and she's waiting. She can't wait to hear the answer. So thank you so much. Okay, so have some more calls.
Okay, talk to you later.
Okay, fine. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, well, that was very nice. So obviously we don't have the answer yet. We don't have the answer yet. So okay, so whilst we ponder about the first question that nobody seems to know the answer of, Catherine, can you just repeat the second question? I hope I don't have to interrupt again, but if a call comes in, I have to take it, okay?
Of course. So the second question was, what are the differences, or at least one difference between a registered veterinary technologist and a vet assistant? If anybody knows the answer to that question.
Okay, you are really smart. Come in again. That's a really smart question. Ask that question again. The difference, okay?
The difference between a registered veterinary technologist, which is what I am, and a vet assistant.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the question is, Catherine is a registered veterinary technician. And also, what is a vet assistant, right? A vet assistant. You know the differences. Well, you know, maybe the hint lies in the word technician. That was what I would guess, but I might be completely wrong. I'm an engineer myself, so I would look at the word technician. Now you're laughing. I'm probably not right, but I don't know the answer. Who does know the answer? My goodness, I think this is probably the most difficult quiz we've ever had. We are stuck. We are still stuck with the snowy owl question, the difference between the male and the female. And we're even more stuck between the difference between the registered veterinary technician. So Google that one. Come on, Google it. You can Google these things. And a veterinary assistant. The amount of education, Terry, yeah, I would guess so, but that's not specific, you know. We have to be a little bit more clear there. So, yeah, we're going to wait. Nobody's daring here to call in. That's really funny. I think you really knocked it today. Okay. Okay. Well, you have a computer in front of you, so yeah, just Google it. I mean, I'm not going to do it, so that's what I would do if I would be sitting there. Okay. Well, we're still going to wait. Well, whilst they don't, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a choice, even if they phone in. Well, Catherine, come in with a third question.
Okay, what special adaptation does an American kestrel have that it uses on its prey?
Okay, so the question is, what special adaptation does an American kestrel have that it uses on its prey? Is that correct? That's the question. That it uses. So what adaptation does it use on its prey? Okay, so here comes another call. So let's just take this. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, with whom am I talking, please?
Maxine.
Ah, Maxine. Maxine, you are intelligent. So which question do you want to answer? So first of all, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. Tucson. Which question would you like to address? Are you going to address
the second question?
The second question. So you are addressing what is the difference between a registered veterinary technician and a veterinary assistant, right? Okay, please just turn the volume down in the background because I can hear my voice delayed. Thank you.
Okay, let me do that. I'm calling from Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. Thank you. Okay. So, Maxine, what is the difference?
I would say that one, in the case of this gal, would require a degree that enables her to be in the position that she is, and the other is just more or less an assistant to the individual.
Okay, let me just repeat that. So you're saying Catherine has a higher education because she needs the degree in order to be a registered veterinary technician, whilst you say an assistant is not a degree? Is that what you're saying? Am I understanding correctly?
I'm saying that, yes.
That's what you're saying. Catherine, what do you think? Is that specific enough, or do you think?
That's specific enough. That's correct.
Okay, you got it. Very good. Maxine, you won. Okay, wonderful. So we have our first winner here. That's great. Well done.
Well, I'm thrilled.
You deserve it. You deserve it. You're always so active here. So that's from Tucson, Arizona. It must be very warm, right?
Yes, in fact, we're going to be in the hundreds.
In the hundreds.
Very soon.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I've heard that you know, I was so amazed. I talked to someone in Arizona, and they say on their pets they put special boots when they take them out because the streets get so, the asphalt gets so hot that they can't walk.
Oh yes,
anymore.
You have to be careful with their paws.
Yeah,
and
with their paws.
The pads. Yes, that's very true.
That's
I mean, you
true,
can fry an egg on the sidewalk.
You can fry an egg on the sidewalk. Oh my goodness! Wow, wow. Well, Maxine, thank you very much. Yeah. So just make sure you send us your email address. If I probably have it somewhere. You know, I know you fairly well. I've never met you, but I certainly see your name all the time. So thank you for taking part, and we'll spin the wheel later for your picture that you win. Okay. So we can have 2 more callers, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, here comes the next call. Now comes the next call. Let's take it. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, with whom am I speaking, please?
Well, this is Margaret 69.
Margaret, did I understand correctly? Margaret Tishia, sorry, I couldn't pronounce your last name.
Oh, well, my last name is actually Cambridge, but Margaret 59 is...
Oh, fishing eye. Oh, sorry, fishing eye.
Myself.
I got it. Sorry, I didn't understand. Fishing eye. Okay, very good. So we've seen you also in the chat, right? We've seen you quite often. I think so.
Yes, you have.
Of course we have. So now the question of the veterinary, the registered veterinary technician has been answered.
Oh, no. I wasn't even trying that one. I was trying the snowy owl one.
You want the snowy owl one? Well, that's exactly what we need, because the one has been, but the snowy owl question has not been answered. Can you try and answer it?
I can try.
Go ahead.
The male snowy owl is the one that is more white.
The male snowy owl is more white.
The female is a bit more salt and pepper.
And the female is a bit more salt and pepper. That is.
Yes.
Catherine, what do you think?
That's correct.
That's correct. Okay, so you see, now we understand why Osprey Mama was in the right direction, but just didn't make the mark there. So congratulations there. So
thank you.
You got the second one right. That's excellent. Thank you for answering that. So I didn't know that either. So I've learned this. This is great. Thank you. Okay.
Well, I never call in, but I thought I would since no one else answered. So.
Yeah. And where are you calling from, by the way? I didn't.
I am in Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, Kansas. Okay. For me as a Canadian German, you have a very difficult to understand accent. So I apologize if I don't always understand everything you say.
Oh. Well, I should be better than that.
No, it's my fault.
Our accent is the one that everyone understands.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, thanks for taking part, and then hang on when we spin the wheel. Thank you. Okay. Thanks.
Well, thank you.
Okay, fine.
And I would prefer a golden eagle.
You prefer golden eagle,
but
okay. Well, we'll see if you win a golden eagle. Okay, we'll see. Thank you. Okay,
I'll
fine.
take whatever I get.
Okay,
thank you.
Thanks,
so much.
fine. Okay, fine. Bye. Bye. Okay, so we have one more question, which I think, Mary, please repeat the last question. Do you mind just repeating it?
What special adaptation does an American kestrel have that it uses on its prey?
Okay, once again, what special adaptation does an American kestrel have that it uses on its prey? That is a difficult question. Is anybody going to dare this question? I think these are the most difficult. Okay, here we go. Hello? With whom am I speaking, please?
Cool's Mac Game Bell Cheats.
Cool, sorry, come again. Cool's
Mac.
Cool's Mac. Okay, and where are you calling from, Cool's Mac?
Colorado.
Colorado. Where in Colorado? Denver? Where?
Yeah, Denver.
Denver. Oh, I've been in Denver. Oh, the lovely mountains and the skiing area. It's a wonderful area. So we have one question left. I don't know if you know that, but it is all about the adaptation of the American kestrel. Are you going to give a stab at that question?
Yes.
Yes, that's good. Be brave. Go ahead. So what is the special adaptation of the American kestrel?
So the American kestrel can hover, and their head can stay in one place, so they can lock onto their prey.
Okay, so this is a very, very detailed answer. So she says the American kestrel can hover, can lock the head into one position, and thereby keep the head very stable. Is that correct? And then lock onto its prey.
No, that's not it.
That's not it. That's not it, unfortunately.
All right.
Well, don't be depressed. It's not it. It's not an easy one. Okay. So don't worry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So it's something else. It's something else. It's not an easy one. I'm enjoying this because this is great if we have challenging questions. I'm very happy that they ask difficult questions. So anyway, thank you for being on the show, and don't give up. Just call again, okay?
Well, is it the UV light thing?
Okay, now you want another guess. That's fine. Okay, one more guess. Is it the UV light thing?
No.
No! It's not. So sorry, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I tried.
I'm sorry. You have to give this one up, and let's see if anybody else knows the answer. This is not an easy one, but let's see who knows this. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Have a nice time in Denver. Fine. Bye.
All right, bye.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here comes another call. Hello.
Hey, it's Osprey Mama again.
Now, would you have guessed, ospreys are very persistent. And Osprey Mama is even more persistent. She's never gives up. Okay, so
I'm gonna try again. Once again, I don't know because I never seen a crestal, but I'm guessing it because at the beginning, it's because of the speed that they go after their prey. They're really fast.
Okay, so Osprey Mama says she's never seen a kestrel before, but her intuition tells her it's all about the speed. The way they can dive. Is that the fast dive? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, they were talking about how fast they can focus in on their prey, and they're really fast. The speed.
Responses, but it's not.
Okay, so the answer once again is these are all good responses, but it is not what they're looking for.
It's not the speed at all.
No, it's not that. No, that's not what Mary's saying. Mary's saying those are correct characteristics, but it is not the special adaptation that she's looking for. That's what she's saying. So they definitely have the speed, they have the eyesight, they have all these things. That's all correct, but there is something more specific that Mary is looking for. Okay.
Okay, will do.
Okay.
Thanks.
By the way, thank you so much for your donation. Okay, thank you so much for your kind donation.
Kristen.
Very kind of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks. Fine. Bye.
Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, so that. Okay, we come in. I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. With whom am I speaking, please?
Oh, hi, Kristen. It's Beach Girl.
Oh, that's Beach Girl. Beach Girl, you've been...
It is.
Ah,
Hi.
wonderful. Wonderful, Beach Girl. Where are you? I don't remember where you're calling from, because I know you were on the show previously a few weeks ago, but where are you calling from?
All right. I'm calling from Virginia.
From Virginia. Where in Virginia?
Virginia Beach, which is southeastern Virginia.
Okay, southeastern Virginia. Thank you very much for Virginia Beach. Wonderful. So now comes the difficult question about the adaptation of the kestrel. Are you going to give it a stab? Are you going to try?
I am. I actually know this answer.
You know the
I know
answer.
it before the ladies talked about it. Kestrels can see an ultraviolet trail of mice as mice are going across the field, and the kestrels can see that ultraviolet light from their urine and track them down.
Okay, so Beach Girl is being very specific. She says it's something you talked about before. So they have specific eyesights that is sensitive to the ultraviolet. So when they urinate, the rodents they can track them that way. That's Beach Girl's answer.
That's my answer.
Again, that's good, but that's not the answer we're looking for.
Wow, it's not the answer they're looking for. There's something. So it is correct.
Oh,
no. Well, that's. But look, this is good. This is good education. We're gonna dig all night till we find the answer. Okay.
Okay, great. Good to talk to you again.
Thank you for being on the show, and I appreciate all your dedication. Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Good evening.
Okay, bye. Okay, we still don't have it. Okay, well, now they're really trying. Here comes the next call. Hello, with whom am I speaking, please?
Hi, Dr. Sasse. You're speaking to Glenn Hazelwoody. How are you?
Glenn Hazelwoody, thank you. I hear you loud and clear, Glenn Hazelwoody. I'm very well.
Thank you.
Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm calling from our favorite city, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where all the eagle nests and all the interesting industrial adaptations.
Yes.
Absolutely fascinating area. Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. So from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I hope it's a bit warmer now because you've had such a cold winter, haven't you? It's been quite awful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
No, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Everything's budding out. The eagles are happy.
The eagles
babies
are
are growing
happy.
up.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So now let's get to the point about the kestrel, the special adaptation. Do you want to give it a try? Yes.
Yes, I do. Would it be that they hunt in like a pair like maybe 2 or 3 of them will all hunt together.
That's an interesting one. So,
it could be wrong.
No, well, the question, the assumption here, or this is a wild guess, is do they hunt in pairs or in 3? Do they group? Do they hunt as a group? That's the question. More than one?
No.
No.
Well, we're stumped tonight.
No, look, it's good.
But that's good.
They kill.
Yes, that's good.
Oh, they kill. It has to do with the way they kill the prey. Now comes a clue.
Okay.
The way they kill the prey. That is a clue. Okay, for everybody who's listening. Do you want to give it another one? So it's the way they kill the prey.
Well, the only other thing that I would know is I know that some hawks, they get on the ground and they encircle their prey and they sort of get inside of them like that and squeeze them.
Yeah, something with a squeeze that they circle around. But I think you may have to be a little bit more specific because I don't know what Mary thinks.
Well, that's okay. Well,
Mary, has it to do something with the way they behave on the ground? They circle and then they squeeze their prey. But it's
right.
No, she says no again. The answer is always no tonight.
Well, that's okay. That's fine. I'm happy that we're stumped and it's a good show.
Well, I think this is great. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay, and
all right.
Come
have
again.
A great night.
Okay,
sir.
you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Well, I think this is great. We've never had so many calls before, and here comes the next call. It's not going to stop. That's great. Hello, with whom am I speaking, please?
Hi, Sasse. This is Mandy Koenig, and the answer to that is...
Okay, well, hang on. So it's Manny Koenig, and where are you calling from?
I'm from Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Bolingbrook, Illinois, if I understood that correctly, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just outside of Chicago.
Oh, outside of Chicago. Oh, very nice. Okay, good. So that's good. Okay.
And I'm serving too.
Okay, very good. So now the question again about the kestrel and its special adaptation. It's something to do with the way it kills the prey. Do you want to give it a go?
Yes, their strong talons and their sharp beak enables them to firmly grasp and tear their prey apart and eat it.
Okay, so it's their firm grasp of the talon and their very sharp beak, which allows them to tear and to penetrate their
firmly
prey.
Grab it.
And to grab and penetrate the prey this way. Mary. No, Mary's not happy.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, bummer. Well, I tried.
You tried, and I think that's great. I'm so glad that everybody phones in because, let's keep on trying, okay? Let's try about 2 or 3 more calls because I think there's only so much patience that Catherine and Mary have. So let's see. We'll finally break down with the question. Okay, we're going to have 1 or 2 more calls and then we'll stop and then we'll spin for the 2 winners. Okay? Thank you so much for calling.
Awesome.
Okay, fine. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my goodness. Let's see if anybody else calls. Okay, here we go. Hello, with whom am I speaking, please?
This is Cappy Santoro.
Cappy Santoro. Cappy, so where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Coventry, Connecticut.
Coventry, Connecticut. Very nice, East Coast. Okay, so let's get straight to the point. Do you know the answer of the kestrel question?
Well, I'm not sure, but let's give it a try.
Give it a try, okay.
I think that because I've heard that they catch, that when farmers are like mowing their fields, they can catch a lot of prey then. I think they hide it and come back later to eat it.
Okay, so what she believes is that because the farmers cut a lot of grass, they hide their prey and then they come later to eat it. Mary, nope. Okay, so we'll take... No, sorry, it's not the right answer.
Thank you. No, that's okay.
Thanks
it's
for
going to be a fabulous answer.
Okay, thank you. So
bye-bye.
Thank you, fine. So we're going to give it one last try, and that's it. So, okay, so that's a final call here. Hello, with whom am I speaking, please?
Cool Mac.
Cool Mac again. I think you've just called. So, do you know the answer?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know with all falcons they have a tooth in their beak, and it's called the tawsial tooth, and they use it to break the vertebrae of their prey. Is that it?
Okay, here comes something very specific. You might have to help me repeat that. They have a special tooth in their beak with which they can break down the vertebra. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the vertebrae.
The vertebrae, that's what you said. Mary.
We have a winner.
We have a winner. Oh, I am so relieved. We can go home now.
The American kestrel, their little feet are not strong enough to actually grab the prey and suffocate it like Ruby would. So they've got that special adaptation in their beak that allows them to snap the spine of their prey.
Okay, so let me just tell, because you couldn't hear that, let me just tell you what was said. Is they obviously their talons are not strong enough to kill their prey this way. So it's very interesting what you said. It's absolutely true. So they do it with this tooth in their beak, if I understand it correctly. I didn't know this. This is absolutely interesting. You're 100% right, and that's the way they kill their prey. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good.
Yeah, no problem.
So stay on the show. We're going to spin the wheel now. Okay? Thanks.
All right.
Thank you so much. Okay, no more calls then. Thank you. Okay, so wonderful. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to go over to my other screen. Let's see. Here it is. And I'm going to switch off the audio again so we don't get echoes. Okay, fine. So let's see if I can get that screen in now. Okay, no, that's not the right screen. It's this screen. Here we go. That's the right screen. Okay, here we are. So, Mary and Catherine, what we're going to do now is we're going to spin the wheel and you have to say stop at some time, okay? So, Mary, do you want to, I'm going to start spinning and you just say stop. I'm going to spin now and just say stop at any time. Okay, wow, there's your talent. So that's for the first, that is the picture for the first winner. That is the detailed picture of a talent. It's funny because we were talking so much about talents now and so on. So congratulations to the first winner. This is your prize. I don't remember, was it Maxine? Gosh, we had so many callers now. So I hope I get this one right. But that's the winner for the first. Okay, we're going to spin it again now. And Catherine, do you want to give it a go and say stop at some time? Oh, this is a beautiful eagle. That's about a 5-year-old. I photographed this beautiful look there. I think it was in a tree, staring at me. So that is the winning picture number 26 for you. Okay, so we're going to do one last spin now. Okay, who wants to say stop? Okay, that's another one. That was taken Port Hardy in British Columbia on the island. That is a beautiful close-up of an eagle. So that is the winning picture for the third winner. My goodness, what a show it's been. So let me just get you back here live. So let's just see if I can get that. Yeah, there you all are. Well, thank you to Mike, Catherine, and Mary, and of course Ruth too. I don't know if yeah, Ruth is there. Okay, so Mike's not there. I don't know if he's there, but he's a little bit shy tonight. Okay, so I'm going to just blend the number out. Hang on, let me just take the number. Yeah, so that's it. So thank you anyway. Thank you to all of you, and thank you for participating, making this such an interesting show, and especially you are the absolute winners when it comes to good questions. They were incredible. So, well, thank you for being on the show. And
Thank you.
yeah, and thanks from everyone. So I'm just going to switch quickly over to myself now. Well, I think that was an incredible show. We always get things we don't expect, and that was tonight. I mean, the questions were brilliant. I think, you know what would be good is to actually look to see how this kestrel, to see how that actually works. I'm definitely going to look it up, and I hope you too, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Sorry about the technical problems we had initially. That's part of the show, because the audio is very difficult to fix. We thought we had it done, but we didn't. Anyway, thanks for your patience, and have a lovely weekend, and see you soon on Wednesday for the Eagle News, and then on Friday. Thanks to everyone for participating, and goodbye.